So let's get into the swing of things. We're reviewing Rising Impact. Yeah, no, that's the most cheesiest Jag dog I ever came up with. Okay, so this is one of the TikToks that there was a period of time that while I was downloading Crunchyroll, I would download series, which might be coming back because the show's coming on like the 25th and 26th in like tomorrow, or when this is airing today. That's weird to say. Or in 30 minutes today. That's also weird to say. Anyway, it's going to be live. There's going to be a couple of Netflix stuff. But that's besides the point. Not important for this. So when I found this, I was like, I originally drawn it off because I'm like, it's golf. Probably nothing that interesting. I was like, do you know what? Why don't I watch it? It's something weird. It's something insane. Why not? Worst case scenario, it's just fine. Can't be that bad. And the first episode started off with like being like 300 yards. Because, to be clear, a bit of backstory, I don't play golf. But most of my family do play golf. And that's the thing. They play golf, and my mum's somewhat good, and my dad's good. I'm not going to be like, and he's a 1, because I know how handicaps work, and I don't know how, but the only thing I don't know is how, if I say a specific number, you're going to be like, and then this person. So, not going to say that, not important. But I know my dad is fairly good, and my mum is somewhat decently good, because my dad's got a couple of competitions under his belt, and my mum's got, I think, like 2 to 3. That's besides the point, not going to mention any more, or where. And then like, and then at this golf club called insert name here. No. Again, that just links my location, and I don't want that. So, I used to play golf when I was a kid, so I do know the basic rules. And I do know golf etiquette because I've been a caddy. Caddy is, they don't explain it in the show, and I don't know if they will or won't, but caddy is basically someone who takes the bag for you, and at my level, I would basically just carry a bag, take it around, and usually just go around, which is like a bit of weight to it, or you're using one of the trolleys, which I don't like. Because if I'm going there to caddy, I might as well carry it. It's fun. Besides the point. This show shows how interesting golf can be. It's not going to go around being like, and now I'm going to play golf again. No. But it shows certain intriguing things about it. Like how you hit, how it strikes, and how it goes off. That is fun. That is interesting. There's a certain shots of like the swings. And the one thing I find, actually no, I'm going to keep it for the second one. But when you see the certain things come up, it's interesting, and definitely someone who knows a bit about golf. There's a lot of sports animes I'm like, I don't know about. And because I feel like I know at least somewhat, I know the broad strokes, I know enough about it. Because a lot of people like have basketball, but I only know is go to that end and score, and the scoring zones. Besides that, I know nothing. And then there's a couple other anime sports. I think there's one about football. Blue Lock. And I know shoot, score. I don't know the tactics. I don't know this, that, the other. But with golf, I know a bit more. Because, again, as a person who tries to caddy, I feel like I should know a bit about it. So, like, knowing something that, like, yeah, I've seen that before. Oh, that's interesting. And then I actually went around my family being like, yeah, what's the biggest? Also, turns out, like, I think 170 for women is the average for driver hits, because they talk about like 300 and they say like 225 yards is the average for males. Fun fact. But yeah. So the one thing I liked, and I don't know if it's actually possible, because I'm not going to go to a golf person and be like, can you take a golf swing with an umbrella? Because I feel like I will be thought as insane, like it has in the episode and this whole thing, and it's like really interesting. So if you see this specific part and you can do it, Stitch, please, I would love you to like see if that is actually possible. The other thing I like, and the one thing I'm thinking is going into, is because when you go into it, you have the sort of like 10 golden golf clubs you have a person named Lancer, you have the academy, which I think is like the round table of like the golf school, and then you have the person running it being Merlin. My guess there's going to be other members, or I don't even know if there is. Legitimately, hand on heart, like, all I know, Lancer, Arthur, Merlin, and I haven't heard Arthur's name unless I'm a dumbass. Again, my thing, I should probably be more positive myself that rather than less. Anyway, but I don't know if any other, like, traditional King Arthur character names have been said. So, that could be fully true. And fully interesting. Because, like, it's somehow, for some reason, doing the King Arthur and, like, that legend, which is really interesting. And doing it with this. And I don't have a problem with it. I just find it fascinating. Because I haven't seen, like old-fashioned English King Arthur tales with like a sports. Because, like, you wouldn't think it was, but somehow it just makes it, like, really interesting. Also, there's a story about Lance's sister who sort of is about to lose her eyes and then comes back. And that's, like, for someone who's actually got a problem with my eye, because my cornea is a bit... and I can't really see clearly. Like, if I see with both eyes, this text up here is rising impact. But with this, I can't read that. You might think that's insane. It's right here, which is, like, not that far away from my face. Like, look. This is how far it is from my face. It's not that far. And I can't read this. It's insane. I think it's like a cornea thing, whereas, like, the cornea should be this, but it's this. So someone being, like, taking a risk where, like, it could go badly with their eyesight and be like, it worked. That's, like, I was like, oh, that's so appreciated. Again, I don't know why this is important, but I just want to mention it. But yeah. So yeah. This is really good and just really entertaining. And I absolutely recommend for you to watch this. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed and good night.